Well, it is raining Toyota Tundras. I found a 2022 Tundra SR5, and this one does have a convenience package. If you are in the market for a Toyota Tundra, you have to go online and build one because there's like 27 packages for this truck. So with that being said, let me show you guys the window sticker of this one, that way you have a better understanding of some of the features. Now you can see this one does have tow mirrors, and I'm excited to show you those, so let's get into the video. So here is the configuration of the truck. It is a crew max with a 5.5 foot bed. There is a 6.5 foot bed available, and that is the exterior color, army green. And then here's some of your standard equipment. On the right side, you do have some of your optional equipment. So this does have that convenience package, and here's everything that's going to come in there. Now keep in mind, this truck does come standard with, I believe, a 22.5 gallon fuel tank. You definitely want to get one of these packages, that way you can upgrade that on the SR5. On the higher trim levels, I believe that comes standard, which is the 32.2 gallon tank. All-weather floor mats. You do have the TRD performance air filter. Has some black emblem overlays. A few of the cool things like the tonneau cover. This has a 20-inch wheels, which is actually the most expensive option on this truck, and a few other TRD features too. Destination down below is at $16.95 with a total price of $55,642. Now when you get into the higher trim levels, you see a projector style, it's actually like a quad projector style LED headlight. But if you get a lower trim level, you're still in luck because you still have a reflective style LED, and you do have a high beam, and this one has incandescent turn signals. And one thing I like about this headlight is, even though they're not auto leveling like the higher trim levels, you still can manually adjust the headlight. So if you lift the truck or if you're towing a trailer, you can manually adjust the headlights inside of the truck. Love that Toyota does that, and I wish other manufacturers would do this. As far as the grille goes, the surround of it is going to be painted in that army green, and then it has a blacked out look, and as you saw, the emblems are blacked out too. You do have your fog lights here in the center. They look really mean like that too, really finish off the front end. Parking sensors, and you do have that adaptive cruise control sensor right there. And if you were to look down below here, you saw that this truck did have that TRD skid plate too. That was an option. Look how meaty that sway bar is too, by the way. And then here's another opening here in the grille, just below the headlight on both sides. And then check out the hood too. A lot of nice design cues going on here. And off to the side, they do give you a black fender flare. 20-inch wheel was optional too. And this is going to be a Falcon tire. It's a Wild Peak. And it's going to be a 265/60/20. You are going to have a double wishbone front suspension. It's going to be independent. And then here's another look at that meaty sway bar too. Overall, these tires are pretty aggressive too. So they're going to be like an all-terrain. And then here's a better look at those 20-inch wheels. In the comment section, let me know what you think about them. I think I like them. Look really aggressive. And all the black treatments on the side of this army green just look amazing too. And take note of this black trim piece right here. It's something that Toyota started doing a while back, and it really does look good on this truck. So these were the tow mirrors. I believe they were what, $950 or $995, something like that. They do have a turn signal, and they have a light here. So if you're backing up your trailer, it would help you guide it if you are doing it at night. Blind spot monitoring is still there, and these are automatic too. So if you want them to automatically close, you can do so. The truck has to be in the on position for you to slide them out. They are power for tow mode, and they do it for both sides. And this is where you control those mirrors at, and then that's for the light on the mirror too. So you do have your running board down below. It has a pretty cool look to it also. It says TRD. A lot of TRD accessories are put on this truck too. Now normally you would see a button on the side of the tail light here to allow you to put the tailgate down, but you don't have that on this truck, so you may have to go to a higher trim level to get that, or to a different package. And then check out your tonneau cover. It's pretty flat too overall. You have a cleared out high mount center light with a shark fin just above. And take note that this glass does slide down too. You do have a backup camera right here. And then here's just a better look at that tailgate. Looks really clean. They do black out the sides of the bumper too. They're like finished in a plastic, and they paint the sides of them. Nice contrast. There's a button under here, assisted tailgate, and this does flip. You have to pull that to release this one too. And looks like it flips one more time. Now check out the bed too. So you do have this really nice composite material, and if you get this tonneau cover, they do give you some drain plugs, so you should be able to stay pretty dry inside of here. There is no lights. That's something I probably would like to see. I like to have bed lights. They definitely do work well. And as far as lifting up the tailgate, it's pretty easy. Now, this is where this green really comes to life. In the shade, it gets a little darker, looks a little meaner. All right, there's that better view. I really like these wheels now. Seeing it in the shade, and I do have the tow mirrors out too all the way. All right, so we gotta take a look under the hood now. Before I show you guys under the hood, I want to show you guys under here first. So, as you guys know, this does have a 331 rear axle, and this is a coiled rear suspension too. That's something new for Toyota. They used to do leaf springs, and that's just something that they updated for this truck. So the ride on the truck's gonna be a lot better, and I did do a ride on this truck. I may drive one today, or I'll drive another one for you guys, just to give you my impressions, because the last one I drove had air suspension, but this one does have a stainless steel exhaust too, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much all I want to show you. Hate it or love it, the twin turbo V6 from Toyota is the new engine for the i4 segment, or segment of engines, whatever you want to call it. This one's going to be good for 389 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque, so it really destroys the 5.7 V8 that it replaced. And you have basically dual air intake boxes because of the twin turbo setup. So you have one on this side, and then you have another one on this side too. And they have that TRD accessory, so don't throw these away. You have to clean these and reuse them again. So there's an air filter cleaning kit, so just ask for that if you are buying this truck. So check out this interior. This is going to be your SR5. So you have the SR, and now you have the SR5, which is a step up from the base model. And you do have cloth seats. They look great actually. And this interior, though it is a more standard truck, really does look upscale. There is a little bit more hard plastics inside here, but for the most part you do have soft touch here and up top here, so there's a lot of nice features too. You have all automatic up and down windows out back, so you don't have to hold them. You have power folding mirrors, and of course you have a bunch of safety features too. You have automatic high beams, radar, cruise control, all that good stuff on this truck. So even though it's more basic, it really isn't anymore. There's no such thing as a basic truck. Now you do not have power seats on the driver's side, so you just have two places to adjust it at. I don't see a lumbar support either. But let's go ahead and step inside. You do have a telescoping steering wheel. I pretty much showed you all these buttons here on the side. So you have your automatic stop start, those automatic high beams, and then this is for that bed light. And then this is how you adjust this steering wheel. Goes in and out, up and down. And it is pretty easy to get inside this truck without the running boards too. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start this one up. So already you can tell this is a little different from the Platinum in 1794 I did a review on. Pretty cool. It's saying that your fuel is low, so we're going to hit this button right here, and it takes you to this menu. So it shows you your outside temperature, shows you the time, all that good stuff. And then this is for your fuel economy. So there's really just two, or actually there's three areas. You have your miles per hour, and then you have a MPG readout, and then distance to empty shows here. And it takes back up to the top, and then this shows you that you have a compass, and then this is for your driving features, and this is for your audio. Trip information, you have a place in here for your tire pressure, a trailer brake controller, and then this is for your blind spot. It will actually work with your trailer too. This is for like your off-road, for your pitch and roll. And then this is how you can turn off some of your safety features, parking sensors, things like that. It really does clean up inside of the interior, not having a bunch of buttons inside. And then you have some of your lighting controls on this side, fog lights too. And then this is going to be for your windshield wipers on this side. Now here's that 8-inch display. So this is my first time actually seeing the smaller screen. Unfortunately, I can't show you inside because it's asking me to put a phone number in, and then I have to download a link and all that stuff. So I guess you just can see it very clear. Now the backup camera is a little questionable. It has like a glare on this side. I was wondering why that was, but I guess that they really just want you to really be focused in on what's behind you now on the side of you. So that's more or less what it looks like. You can zoom in just a little bit, and if you like, you could change the lines to. It got a little warm inside of here, but one thing I wanted to show you guys was if you want to close the vents, you can close it by just pushing all the way to the right, and you'll probably do that with most of these. But just below the screen you do have a single climate control, so it's not dual, so you have one temperature control, and everything's pretty easy to use too. Everything looks clean and very easy to find. Down below you have your traction control and your caution lights. I did not mention to you, you do have a USB up top. And if you are sitting at a stoplight, you do have a hold button, and you do have electronic parking brake too. On higher trim levels, you would have a charging pad here. And then you have some storage down below. You do have some open cup holders. And let's check out some of your driving modes really quickly. So you only have 3 on this truck. So you have Sport, Normal, and Eco. You would upgrade to more by having a higher trim level. So they have like a Comfort, and it has a Sport S Plus, and that's in part with the air suspension option too, so just keep that in mind. You do have tow haul mode, and you do have a 4-wheel drive system too, and that's how you control it. And just below the engine start stop, you do have a trailer brake right there. Your center console does have an area here for some storage, and a little bit more right up top. And this does open up, and you'll find some USBs, coin holders, and a spot to put a tall drink right there. And let's look up top here. So you do have an area to have your lights come on automatically. You can drop that rear glass. One of my favorite features about the Toyota Tundra and the Toyota 4Runner too. And there is still LED lights inside of the interior, and place to put your sunglass holder, And then this is your auto dimming mirror too with home link. You can turn it off too by pushing the button in the center. Despite this being a lower trim level, you still get an LED light inside of this visor too. So check out the back. You do have 2 speakers here on the door. Open storage. And I'm surprised they only give you air vents. You don't have any USBs back here, no power plugs. You should be able to get those as options. So again, if you want those things, they're not a big deal because you do have enough USBs inside the interior up front. But if you do want those types of things, you would have to go up to a higher trim level. But check out how big this back seat is too. But you can open this up and it will expose some storage below the seat. And I noticed something on my last video I did. This seat does fold flat. Let me hop on that side really quickly. So you can fold this seat's pretty much flat here. Now I did not show this to you guys earlier, but you do have a 7 and a 4-pin connector, and you do have a class 4 receiving hitch, and this is going to be a 2-inch opening too. So let's take a look at the numbers on the door. So this truck does have a gross axle weight rating up front at 4,080 pounds. The rear is 3,860 pounds. And then this does show you the tire size too that came on this truck. And then it shows you your payload capacity at 1,395. So this is one of the higher ones I've seen. But keep in mind, you would have to subtract 87 pounds because of some of the features on this truck. So these running boards, that tonneau cover, even these 20-inch wheels could really increase the overall weight of this truck. So if you are looking to tow a trailer, that might be something that might be important to you. But on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and be sure to look up Dark Horse Toyota Frederick, and special shout out to them for letting me do this video. Thank you guys.